We're back. Welcome. 6 things that we learned from Chelsea's 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge at home to Leicester City. Got myself a new hoodie yesterday. First home game of the season. I like to take a little trip into the mega store. You queue for about 50 bloody minutes, but yesterday it was alright. Came in, bought this Nike Chelsea hoodie. It's actually really nice. I like it. Let me know if you do in the comments down below. This is 6 things that we learned. I said I was going to do a match video, and I didn't do a match video. I recorded a few little clips, and then I was sat there in the stadium. It was about the 4th minute, and this is point number 1, and I'm going to explain myself as to why I didn't make a match vlog in the end. The atmosphere yesterday was as good as any game that I've ever witnessed at Stamford Bridge. The initial buzz when the teams were coming out, when Frank Lampard emerged.
Super Frank, Frankie Lampard, Super Frankie Lampard, From the tunnel for the first time, officially, when the players are coming out on the pitch, you know, it's the same when you see it on live TV. It's where they cut to a break, a commercial, and then you come back and it's kickoff time. Seeing those players come out yesterday, that electric noise roaring around Stamford Bridge, not just the Super Frankie Lampard chants, which there were many, but just the general buzz and atmosphere amongst people that were coming back to their seats, season ticket holders who haven't seen one another for like 3 months of the year. They come back, they're all giving each other high fives, shaking hands, giving each other hugs. All of this stuff was absolutely beautiful to see, and I want to say a big thank you to Louis Beneventi, who managed to hook me up with a spare ticket. We ain't Tottenham, Chelsea! We ain't Tottenham, Chelsea!
So I was in the Matthew Harding lower behind the goal, which is probably my favourite place to sit inside of Stamford Bridge. Now, the reason that I didn't do a match video yesterday is because I was there with my phone, and I've got my phone in my pocket. Listen to the difference between me clapping my phone against... I enjoy that sound a lot more than hitting against my phone. And I was there thinking like, geez, like this atmosphere, I want to get involved with the atmosphere. I'm singing, I'm chanting. And then I'm thinking like, oh, should I be filming this or not? And I was just like, no. The content I want to make around Chelsea, I don't want it to ever get in the way of me doing what I consider is my duty and my role as a Chelsea stadium going fan. I'm going to Norwich away next week. I'm probably not going to do a match vlog there. My regular content will be 6 things that we learned, match previews, and then Chelsea fans react around each game this season. And if I do happen to go with somebody who can help me film a match vlog so that I don't have to worry about having my phone out, then I'll make one. But if not, I don't really want to do it. And I hope you guys understand that as a Chelsea fan, my main job isn't just to make these videos. My job as a Chelsea fan is to support the team, and I feel as though I can't really do that the way I want to if I'm making match videos. So point number 1 in this 6 things that we learned was that incredible atmosphere. If I compare it to the last time I've ever seen the whole Chelsea Stadium, West Stand, East Stand, Shed End, Lower, Upper, Matthew Harding, every single person, apart from the Leicester City fans, who were in good voice as well, to be fair. When Jose Mourinho was in his 2nd spell in charge of Chelsea, we had a Champions League tie. I was sat in the Shed Lower. It was against Dynamo Kiev. We won the game 2-1, and I believe we needed to win that to qualify for the last 16, and Willian scored the free kick. Until yesterday, I don't remember an atmosphere where everybody was backing the manager to an absolute point where it was a cauldron of noise in Stamford Bridge, which, amongst other match-going fans of other Premier League clubs, Chelsea is not really renowned for being the loudest stadium in the Premier League. However, yesterday, the decibel levels were extremely high. I wish I had a little counter with me, but I didn't because, well, not that sad. So point number 2, and another first yesterday. Mason Mount was absolutely brilliant. He scored in the 7th minute of the game. He was creating opportunities, he was pressing, he capitalised on a mistake from Wilfried NDidi, won the ball back, and I hate to make the comparisons every time I make a video, but a Frank Lampard-esque finish tucked in beneath Kasper Schmeichel. 1-0 to Chelsea, and a first goal for Mason Mount, the first goal a Chelsea player has scored under an English manager since Glenn Hoddle was in charge in 1996 when Dennis Wise scored. What a moment for Mason Mount. He's been on the books of Chelsea Football Club since he was 6 years old, and I, for one, could not be any happier for the lad. Sent him a little message on Instagram, and he responded. He's a good lad. So that was a brilliant moment, and there were also a few brilliant moments from another one of our midfielders, one of, if not the most world-class player in the Chelsea squad, N'Golo Kante yesterday. Industrious as as ever, winning back the ball. But it's not just that, and the reason I've put this into one of the 6 things today is under Maurizio Sarri, we saw N'Golo Kante adopt a more attacking approach. He was advised to go forward a lot more, and at times he was a bit frustrating because his finishing wasn't the best. Sometimes his final ball wasn't quite up to the standard of, say, a Jorginho pass or another midfielder's pass or one of the wingers, Eden Hazard, for example. I've done it again. But this season, under Frank Lampard, it seems as though having the best midfielder in Premier League history as your manager is enough, even without N'Golo Kante being fully fit, to give Kante a new lease of life, as if he needed one anyway. He was already too good for the majority of players and teams in this division, but he was absolutely great yesterday. I think a 1-1 draw, we can't rant and rave about things too much, and as you can see, we've got a red box and we've got a yellow box. We'll go into that in a moment, but considering N'Golo Kante is still not fully fit, his performances are really impressive. So point number 4, and a complete stark contrast to what we said last week against Manchester United, the partnership of Kurt Zouma and Andreas Christensen really impressed me yesterday. I think Christensen's positional play is very good. Zouma, in match week number 1, it was just individual errors. He wasn't quite up to the pace. He didn't look good enough. Against Liverpool, he was very good. And yesterday, yet again, I thought Kurt Zouma really played that role in centre-back very well, and I feel as though over the last 2 matches, even though Chelsea haven't won, we've played against 2 very good attacking teams. Leicester's midfield is very good. They've got Perez, Maddison, Vardy, great attacking players, and yesterday, even though Leicester may have left Stamford Bridge thinking, we could have won this game, Chelsea defended resolutely and very well indeed. A massive improvement on what we saw against Manchester United, so that Zouma and Christensen partnership, it's definitely growing on me. Point number 5, and this for me is the overriding negative and the reason why Leicester City were gifted so many opportunities to go on and win the game yesterday, is because Chelsea just seemed to fade in the second half. For the first 20 minutes, we were playing some incredible football. The intensity was so high, and it seems as though the main issue right now with these Chelsea players is the fitness levels aren't high enough to maintain an intensity where we can dominate teams for the majority of the game. The first few minutes, we had like 78% of possession or something crazy. It's kind of foolish to think that we could do this for 90 minutes, particularly against the team with the qualities, the evident qualities that Leicester City have. However, the whole creating less opportunities, the whole slowing the game down beyond anything like what we saw in the first half, when we're not being clinical and scoring 3 or 4 goals, we cannot lower that intensity to the same level we did yesterday. As I've said already, Leicester played so well in that second half. You've got the likes of James Maddison, who made Chelsea look bang average in that second half. James Maddison's a great player, but, you know, we've got to be keeping up some kind of level of intensity, even against Leicester, be it Sheffield United, who are actually very good. They're above us in the table. Here's me using Sheffield United as an example of a weaker side, yet they're doing very well as well. You saw Willian come on. He didn't exactly cover himself in glory yesterday. He doesn't look up to the pace of the game yet, and also, can we just please stick Mason Mount on corners? If Willian and Mason Mount are on the pitch together, Mason Mount has got to take the corners because Willian, yet again, doesn't beat the first man. I'm not going to scapegoat Willian. It's not his fault that we didn't win the game yesterday. However, I've only got 6 points to make, and I want to move on to the last one right about now. And the last one is being in that stadium. I bring it back to emotions. I bring it back to the emotional element of football as a fan, translating into what we see on the pitch. There was a huge buzz.
Super Frank, Super Frank, Super Frank, Frank Lampard, Super.
In the first half yesterday at Stamford Bridge, translated directly into the intensity in which the players out on the field, Frank Lampard's starting 11, they absolutely reciprocated the energy all around the stadium. It was beautiful to see. However, there were many times yesterday where I kind of rooted myself back into the reality of understanding exactly what situation we're in right now. If we look at this from a Chelsea success and fan expectation realism perspective, we have had some of the most incredible success over the past 15 years. Since Roman Abramovich came in, it's been wonderful. We've won every trophy there is to win apart from the Club World Cup, and we've won these trophies consistently. We've won it all. And I think it's very important for us to realise that right now, in 2019, we're talking about a Premier League where there are very clearly 2 teams that are running out on top. Liverpool and Manchester City are a different gravy. They're a different calibre to everybody else. Then you've got Spurs, you've got Arsenal, you've got United, and you've probably got us with Leicester banging on that door hard. Wolves maybe banging on the the door hard as well. There are plenty of teams now that can really give Chelsea and all of the top clubs something to worry about. So yesterday when I was in that stadium and I could feel the energy sapping out of the fans in the second half, as it was quite clear that we weren't playing anywhere near as good as we were in the first half, I think everybody can kind of see on the pitch that yes, we may not have a win, and we're midway through August right now. We're 2 games in, we got 1 point, we're in 15th place in the Premier League table. It doesn't look pretty. However, the realist side hang on, how do I get this out? The realist within me has seen and understood now that there's not gonna be immediate trophies, maybe, under Frank Lampard. It could potentially happen, but if we look at the competition around us, we look at the rebuild that Frank Lampard is trying to do, we're finally bleeding in the youth, something that we've been pleading with managers and with Abramovich to do for years. It's something that Roman wants to see. He wants to see that academy shining in the starting 11 of the first team at Chelsea Football Club. We cannot expect this immediately to translate into Premier League and Champions League trophies. The realist says that isn't going to happen considering the quality of the opposition and the competition that we are competing for these competitions against. That was a bit of a tongue twister for myself. I hope that made sense to you. Early stages of the season, watching Frank Lampard's team on the pitch, his philosophy, his vision for this club is fully being reciprocated from the effort on the pitch from the starting 11 and the players that come on. Yesterday, things maybe didn't go to plan. Willian didn't come on and have the best game. Kovacic came on, he didn't really get time to get a feel for things, and Tammy Abraham came on and again didn't have his best game. There are definitely some issues that still need to be resolved. I think we need to find who the starting striker is and stick with our whoever it is, Tammy, Olivier Giroud, or maybe we can give Michy Batshuayi some minutes. He doesn't even seem to be on the bench right now, which is worrying. And I think Michy is probably still the best natural finisher at the club that we've got right now. Some people may argue with that, but I think he deserves a chance. Still things to work on, but from that game yesterday, I've come out with 4 positives. Yes, I can't sit here every week of the season and say, all right, we've drawn 1-1 at home against a team not in the top 6. Leicester are very good. We need to put some respect on that Leicester City side. I think under Brendan Rodgers this season, they're not just going to be banging on the door, they're going to be trying to shove it open to break into that top 6. So I expect them to have a very good season. Many positives from them yesterday. They were very good. But as for Chelsea, as I've said on the screen, we've got to trust in the process. The vision that Frank's got, I believe in it. I'm not giving up on us just yet. If we go to Norwich next week and we lose, which isn't inconceivable, they're a very good side. They look great against Newcastle, though Newcastle weren't much cop, to be fair. It's going to be a tough game at Carrow Road next week. Timu Puki's the top scorer, 4 goals so far in the Premier League this season. He looks fantastic. There's going to be a lot to work on over the course of the next 5 days for Chelsea. Thank you guys for watching this one, and I will catch you in the next video. And also, I just want to give a mention before I sign out here today. There's a video going up on the Football Therapy, Yannick's channel, with me tomorrow morning at 8 in the morning. So be sure to go and subscribe to him. Link in the description. We've not made a video yet for my channel because I like to do the videos that I collaborate with people in person. But we will be doing stuff soon. His videos are awesome. He does match reviews. He does a lot of tactical analysis, which I really like. And we did like a 30-minute video, which will be up tomorrow morning. So I want you guys to go and subscribe to him. Check it out. Link in the description. And yeah, let me know what you think of this hoodie. I love it. It's just a bit hot. August. We can't make our minds up. Is it summer or is it autumn? I don't know. But Chelsea are not going to fall too far from 15th. We're going to win next week. And that was honestly the worst thing I've ever said. Like, just no. I'll see you all later. Goodbye. So what you didn't know is that behind me right now, they're actually juxtaposing the situation that's about to happen. This man apparently is dead according to YouTube. Welcome to outside Fulham Broadway Station. This is Kieran over here. This is Jess over here. We've been for a couple of beers before a game. It's just what you do, you know. It's Frank Lampard's return. It's the first home game of the season. And we're walking towards the Britannia Gate now, which is where you enter Stamford Bridge. I've had a couple of beers as well, not going to lie. I'm excited for this one today. Looking forward to it. 2-1 Chelsea, sticking with the prediction. Let's get into the ground.
Matchday scarves.
Score prediction?
2-0 to Chelsea.
Blue Steel. Jess, score prediction?
4-0.
4-0! Jess has just been bought a bear. Look at how nice this guy is. How could anyone so nice quit YouTube and just never upload for his audience again? Can I just make double check? Like, that's it, go for it. Thank you.